to the Love and Business Podcast with your hosts, Lemoyne and Crystal Robinson. We empower entrepreneurs to thrive in love and business. Join us as we share practical strategies, inspiring stories, and expert insights to help you create generational wealth and live the life of your dreams. Whether you're navigating the challenges of running a business with your partner or seeking to strengthen your relationship while building your empire, we've got you covered. Tune in and learn how to dominate in love and business. Be sure to like and share the broadcast on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also join our email list by going to inloveandbusiness.com. Enjoy the show.
Going on, y'all? How we doing out there this Thursday evening?
Yes, welcome to yet another edition of Love and Business.
Yeah,
I hope y'all are enjoying the new intro as
Yeah.
much as I'm enjoying the new intro.
I know Crystal put some real work into that.
I did.
Yeah, it's fly. You went back and got some pictures. You went back and got some pictures, much like that picture that you posted today.
It was intentional.
Yeah, that was man, that's a real throwback there. You know what I mean? That's a real throwback.
Good catch. Throwback Thursday.
Yeah, it is that.
I thought you saw what I named the podcast, but maybe you didn't.
No, I didn't.
I named it Throwback Thursday because I didn't have nothing else.
Oh, okay. Well, cool.
Oh, well, I guess you didn't catch that one. So y'all make sure you do what you need to do. Hit the share button, hit the like button, hashtag live. Tell us where you're watching from. We see some of y'all already did it. That works out. That means that we're programming y'all well every Thursday. We appreciate that because we appreciate the consistency. But yes, let's get a couple of people in here and see what we're gonna talk about. Because I don't think I know, but we'll figure it out as we go.
Well,
that's all you got is a well?
Yeah, I didn't really know, you know.
This is gonna be an interesting Thursday, people. That's the best I could tell you.
So the picture from earlier, that was, what was that? Probably about 10, that was more than 10 years ago. What would you say?
I think it was 2013.
2013. Okay, so that's about 10 years ago or so, man. That's different. I didn't realize you had your hair cut that long.
Yes, I cut it when Caitlin was 6 months old.
Yeah.
So yes, it's been a minute.
Yeah, a big minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so that was a stepping stone. That was a launch. You know what I'm saying? That photo, man. I remember that. I remember the photo shoot. You know what I mean? I felt like, I had on my suspenders and some other stuff. Just thinking I was presidential.
Yeah, well, at that time, that was our level of presidential for sure.
It was.
It's probably the best clothes both of us had in our closet. 100%. Yeah, I think I bought that dress specifically
for that. Yeah, that was a tailor-made suit. That was custom. That was Sunday's best.
I would take it as that.
Yeah, that was Sunday's best. So I was cool with it though. I was excited about it. I was proud of those pictures.
Yes. You got a fair file or something for today?
I don't.
This is really gonna be tough.
Yeah, I did come up with I read something that had a different word for lie though, right? We talked about that last week. And it was factual inaccuracies. Factual inaccuracies. And I thought
you saved that because you didn't get to say that on the podcast last week?
Well, no, I didn't read it until later on in the week.
I read it to you.
Well, okay, I didn't hear it until later on in the week.
Because clearly people don't read long things according to your
man. I'm just listen, my friends just they like a half a swipe. If my post longer than a half a flick up, then they ain't,
How do you know that? First of all, you don't write a lot of Facebook posts.
I don't.
Second of all, you've never polled your audience to know if they read them or not.
They don't react to the ones that I do. Well, when they long, I don't have many long ones.
I was just about to ask you. So you don't post often.
Yeah.
Then if you do post, it's short. And so now you've made a strong assumption that your friends don't read your Facebook posts that are long, that you've never wrote.
So you're saying it's a factual inaccuracy?
It's a lie.
It's a lie in my mind.
In your mind, you've written long posts that your friends haven't read.
I've downgraded my friends, saying that they don't read all.
If I was your Facebook friend, I would unfollow you. Dang. Or unfriend, because he just basically said that don't none of y'all read.
I ain't say that.
That's a factual inaccuracy that I just stated, that you said your friends don't. You going down that road, not me.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm always just impressed. I think your writing skills are far superior than mine. Let me put that out there. Let me,
Maybe you should write
you
more
know what I'm saying?
or longer stuff.
And then it took me 3 minutes. 15 minutes to write 3 sentences.
In the parking lot.
In the parking lot, right?
I noticed.
Yeah, I know what I want to say, but sometimes it's just, what are you gonna say?
There you go. Unfollow.
Unfollow me.
I feel like it's justified because
Well, you're
there's
not my friend though. You're my friend on Facebook, but you're really Crystal's friend.
Oh, that's probably why people don't respond to his posts, because if he types or posts how he talks to his friends, then there's that.
Well, I'm just saying, nah, Sean, I'm just playing.
He's not.
But
He's
no,
very
I'm just saying,
serious.
but no, I just think that she's a much better writer, but she's much more proficient at engaging. Like, she's able to take people through her real thoughts and feelings in a way that's fluid and not like choppy.
Well, let's talk about it. Maybe we should have named the podcast Factual Inaccuracies, because I post like that because those are my real, true, authentic thoughts. I think the reason why people journey through it is because they can tell that it's transparent, it's true. I'm not posting anything that's of fluff. So at the end of the day, people can resonate with that because I'm posting truths. Like, I'm not making up any of that stuff that I'm typing there. Like, those are my true, honest thoughts. I think the average person can, see through a vain post.
But it still has to be like structured in a way that is.
That's your assumption.
So you read something that's kind of choppy, but true.
I'm saying if somebody is typing something that I can understand, that doesn't mean that it has to be like elegant. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
it ain't big words. It's
because I don't type in big words.
No,
I type because
but it's no
Chandra
run on.
Washington got words, and I be having to define her words.
All right, so it's no run on sentences. You got commas where they should go.
Sometimes.
You got periods, in the right place. You use the exclamation
typos.
point.
There's several of my posts where I go back a week later and see a typo or see something, and I might, sometimes I fix it, sometimes I don't. Like, you're acting like the stuff that I post is like perfect.
I didn't say, well, it is perfect to me, but I'm just saying it's you got to tell me, like, listen, you always say when you were in high school that your teacher would make you write 5 minutes to write an essay to the beginning of class
every day.
Right. That honed your writing skill.
It did
right.
help to build a skill.
I think some writers are better than others.
Yes. But I guess I'm disputing that people read the post because of how it's written.
Well,
I think that people read the post because of the transparency in them.
I agree with that 100%. I agree with that 100%, hands down. I don't think they read it just to be like, oh, this is great editorial literature. No, I don't think that. I do think that people genuinely feel the emotion, but being able to convey it in written form, I think, is an art.
I won't disagree with that. But again, I'm just saying that if you type anything, people would probably read it. But you post maybe once, twice a month.
Okay. No, I post more than that, don't I?
Well, your Facebook page is here.
I'll look at it once I'll give it some attention.
We don't want to have any factual inaccuracies on the show.
Well, we can always come back and
how often you post, because that would help.
Well, go ahead.
See specifically.
Go ahead.
If you post very often.
I'm gonna treat my Facebook post like Trump treat his taxes.
Well, they're public though. Your posts are public.
I'm just
his
saying.
Taxes aren't. Is this the Lord? My phone is literally frozen.
So listen.
I am not. This is wild. My phone is frozen. I can't scroll.
I see. Listen, I don't know why you keep testing it.
Don't worry about it. Close all apps.
Oh, so now you want to be, what I'm saying?
Because I refuse to have a show with factual inaccuracy.
You want to go there, right? He didn't told you to stand down, and you want to, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if it was the Lord. I think the devil was trying not to let you be found.
I got you.
Let me do a search on your page, Lemoyne Robinson.
She pulling all the receipts, man. I mean, she just, but it's okay.
Here we go. You shared a post today. That would be this podcast that we're currently on.
Okay, that's a post.
Nothing else today.
No, I don't post every day.
No, you don't post often. Oh, you did share another post, but let's see when you typed something.
Yeah, let's see.
5 days ago.
5 days. Okay, that's within a rolling 7 days. You ain't got to flick that many times.
I do, actually. There's no post that you've made that I'm still going.
Well, why are you scrolling?
Because I'm tagging you in things, so things are on your timeline because I tag you. So we're just seeing how much activity he has here, because he says that he posts more than twice. I said twice a month.
Yeah, twice a month.
So March 15th was the last time that you typed something. Today's the 28th.
Okay, but I typed on some shared posts.
No,
that's what I'm saying. I typed on some shared posts.
No,
Yeah,
no. So are we at a factual inaccuracy yet?
No,
because
absolutely
that's
not.
twice this month.
That is just your perspective of what that should look like. That's all.
I am saying that your friends would likely read things that you
read?
post.
Okay,
if you posted things
I'm gonna try it
on social media.
Okay, I'm gonna post something.
That's all I was trying to say.
All
So
right.
clearly there's some factual inaccuracies that happen here, but I won't go deeper into his page to prove that he doesn't never post. Y'all know y'all don't see posts from Lemoyne, that often. Now, if he gets into this deal where he feels like, oh, I want to share a whole bunch of country slang shenanigans, he'll probably post for a week straight.
Yep.
And that was in January. And now we're in March.
That was just in January. I thought that was like in March.
Maybe it's February. I don't know. Either way, I'm just saying, I can't believe that you acted like your Facebook friends don't read.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just saying, y'all should probably at least snooze him. At least snooze him for 30 days.
Okay. I mean, do you? So, okay. All right. I don't know, man. You just.
That girl say if he count money like you count, like he count his Facebook posts, y'all in trouble.
Hey, I'm just saying. Listen, it definitely, we don't count it like that, but I don't know. I guess when I share a post, I count that.
You count that as your post?
Yeah. Because that's activity on my page. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. I guess
I don't have a comment.
Man, you just have a gift. You know what I'm saying? And
there's people saying they like your country slang. Apparently.
Well, thank you, Shonda. Thank you, AB.
Maybe he'll post it more often.
I enjoy bringing some laughter to the people and a little education as well. But I'm only saying that. I said that to give kudos, to say, man, like
you said that. People
read.
It don't matter how long my post is,
because
you read it
because they are engaged with what you're saying.
So that was a comment.
That was a
compliment.
Yeah.
Oh,
to you and the people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it.
Yeah. Thank you. I guess.
Yeah, that was. Thank you. It wasn't a dig or nothing. It wasn't. It wasn't anything negative. I was. You know what I'm saying?
It could have been taken as, man, your Facebook posts are super long. Don't nobody want to read all that.
Well, no, I ain't saying that at all, because it's very. I'll read it, but I can't. Like
I was questioning, did you read it or not?
Yeah,
because I'm like, well, if that's what you feel about it, man.
No, I read them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like when I read it and I see like
he reads the post.
Okay, cool. Brittany Bell on it, yeah. So, but when I see it and I'm like, dang, man, it's
Brittany said, I've been talking to y'all on Instagram. Yeah. Check the post. I can't. We don't have there's a separate screen for that. Oh my God. It's a lot of comments over there.
Oh yeah, we gotta live on the gram.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Instagram. My bad. We're typically talking to people that's on YouTube and
Brittany
Facebook.
Bell. She was the top 5 in her high school. So she actually, I think she was number 4 in
her
class. But
Brittany says, I read and she shares it. Okay. She said that you did post in March of 2024. That's great.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And then she says quality over quantity. That's what she says about your post.
Okay, I'll take that. Absolutely. But Crystal get quantity and quality. You know what I'm saying? She is
well,
but that's all I'm saying. When I see it and I'm like, dang, okay, this is a lot of thought. I can't read this while I'm driving, right? I'm like, okay, some posts, you might catch it at the stoplight and go ahead and read it, right? No. There's a few. I'm like, dang, but I see like 100 people like it, and then it's 50 comments underneath it. I'm like, they really read this. Like they really they come in back like legit stuff.
My real thought here is that when I type it, I never think that somebody's not gonna read it.
I don't think you type it just for I think you type it for not necessarily for likes or shares,
No,
but more or
I
less to
share it
share
because
the
somebody needed to see
right.
what happened there.
So I think
So
you posted
I'm
from a very
posting.
genuine
Yeah,
place.
I'm posting it because I know that the person that is going to resonate with this situation needed, and of course in the comments, that's what you see. Man, I
Right.
needed to see this today. Oh, it's spot on, perfect timing,
Right.
right?
Right.
I'm like, and maybe that is a different thing than how some other people utilize social media, but.
Right.
Now I do utilize it for jokes and fun and socializing, but there are times when I am,
You
directed to
dialed in
share
on it.
a
Yeah.
certain thing for, whoever it's for.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. And the people engage with it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So that just speaks to one, the
Did you say something about that I wrote an essay? Did you say that? Because I must have missed it.
I didn't say that.
Somebody had to say, because they said not essays.
That's no. I think she heard that in her interpretation, but I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But
this
it is
being
more
recorded.
than one swipe. That's fine. We can always clear up any factual inaccuracies.
Clearly,
we can
because
always
somebody said something about essays. Because now everybody in the comments is saying, no, not essays. She said Brittany Bell said it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, maybe I have a lot of practice, in writing essays. And I'll tell you, I've shared it on a marketing training that I did. But I'm certified to administer the DISC assessment, which, now in my future life, I plan on utilizing that tool and skill set a whole lot more. But inside of the DISC assessment, I have learned that people communicate differently. Like you have direct communicators, you have, these emotionalized communicators. You have these, kind of, reserved, standoffish kind of communicators. And then you have these people that need like all the facts, all the details, all the sauce, right? Every line item, all the receipts. And so if you notice inside of my post, no, she didn't say certified. Yes, I'm pulling out the credentials because you need to know that, what I'm saying? Like, I know a little something, but different personality types receive information differently.
100%.
I'm a person that communicates directly. So whatever it is that you have to say to me, say what you got to say. Don't say it up the street and around the corner. Don't, lace it with questions. Don't give me a whole bunch of fluff. Don't give me all the steps. Tell me where we're going now. Right? I'm a direct communicator, but there's other people that they want to see all the color. Like they want, if you saw a rainbow, they want you to tell them that the first line was green, the second line was yellow, the third line, like they like so excited about all of, the colorful pieces and parts inside of your conversation, right? They want to see the butterflies, like it flew here or there or whatever, right? There's other people that, they kind of on the fence about whatever it is that you're saying or, how you're communicating to them, but they're listening, but not 100% sold. And then there's other people where if you don't give them all the facts, all the up the street and all the around the corners and how you got there and how you gonna get them there, they're not listening to you. So I intentionally post to all of those people all the time. Sometimes you're gonna get a post from me and it's 2 lines. Sometimes you're gonna get a post from me and there's no photo, right? Sometimes you're gonna get a post and it's gonna be a photo and it's gonna be some 3-4 lines. Other times it's gonna be a joke, something to make you laugh, right? Something to connect with you. And then other times it's gonna be a post like yesterday that had 7 paragraphs in it.
I don't know if it was, I didn't count them, but I read them.
It's an essay, according to Brittany Bell. So it had at least, a intro, a body, and a conclusion.
It did have that. It had a good body like yours. Like
she said we read every word.
Yada yada. Yeah.
Say it with your chest.
She said say it with your chest. Because you smart. You smart.
She said, "Oh, that's exactly why, Brittany. Yeah. Thank you for having my back on that, man. I'm just saying that, I utilize social media in different ways, but when I communicate, I am intentional about communicating to all of the types of people that are on there. You got, millions of people on there.
It's just a gift, man, that you can articulate. Some people can just speak well. Some people can just write well. I think you do both well. And I think that that's a gift that just a lot of people don't have. And I for one honor that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And the fact that that you have engagement in those type of posts. Some people may be like, man, you got to make a video and say this. You know what I mean? Versus post this, but you still, like you still get engagement because
Well,
it's rich content, it's
if I
rich
make a video,
information, and it's
I'm not necessarily
authentic.
going to say the same things. But if I can write out my thoughts, I can articulate what it is that I have to say in a consistent way. But if I do a video, yeah,
And that's what I'm saying. That's the gift. That's what I'm saying. So hey, I say it with all due respect.
it was definitely Dr. Patricia West
Yeah,
that gave me
all due
the
respect.
skill to be able to articulate my thoughts in writing, and I'm grateful to her for giving us that
Yeah.
skill. Even though when I was in the 11th grade, when that bell rang for me to go to English, I was dreading it because I knew I had to sit down and write an essay in 5 minutes about whatever she had wrote on the board. Gave us a
Yeah.
topic, write an essay about this. What'd she
That's
say?
it. She said Jackson will text her and say, take it down and make a video. But
Oh,
I'm just saying. But Brittany Bell too is also a prolific writer.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
she is.
She's
She
very
is.
skilled.
But do you want to know something? Brittany said somewhere near in my vicinity in Miss West
If she
class.
was
So
next to me,
she has the same skill set that I do because we both were sitting in that class looking at that board, ready to write that essay.
I just think it's a skill to be able to emotionally carry somebody through what you are feeling and what you experience, in writing. And they journey along with you. I don't have the gift. I need to practice it, but I don't have it as of today. You know what I mean? So
maybe I feel that way because I do it, so often. But I just believe that if people transparently share their thoughts without filter, you just let the thoughts come out on the paper. I believe that most people could articulate that same way on paper, but most people filter through their thoughts and what they really want to say before they say what they got to say.
You're
now
right.
That's on paper or in person. I'm not going to filter in person and I'm not going to filter on paper. I think, what I'm saying? So that's probably why the posts translate, the way that they do, because I'm going to tell you what I have to say in a post the same way as how I'm going to say it in a speech, the same way as how I'm going to say it on a podcast, or if we in a conversation in the living room, I'm not going to change.
The same. It translates the same. That's what I mean.
And
that's
I'm saying it could be, but I'm also saying that authenticity might be the reason for that.
I believe so too.
What did Brittany say?
She said she cheated off your paper. So literally, it's the exact same.
He lied. That's a factual inaccuracy.
Hey, Wood, it is a skill. It is a skill and a gift for sure. That's just what it is.
She said I accept it for that, but I'm also saying that
I agree
because I sat in that class. I believe that anybody can hone in on that skill. You got to think about you going to this class 5 days a week for an entire year doing that, right? Like she ain't let up. You know what I'm saying? She did not let up. So that's like having military grade training for essays. So yes, if somebody else does that, I think that they can articulate the same way.
And I mean, I think that the experience that you had with the whole coffee shop deal, and I want you to talk about that a little bit.
That ain't gonna do with Throwback Thursday.
But I'm just saying, I want, but that again is something that inspired. You know what I'm saying? That level of post.
Yeah, but I could that situation. Yes, it inspired that post, but I could type like that about anything. You know what I'm saying?
Brittany say you ought to teach a course on this.
On writing? No way.
Lisa said it too. I teach writing. Oh, and that's
she said when she at the end of class.
That's my bell ring.
Yeah, she has them to write like that because I think that it's a what I'm saying, it's a cool skill set. But
it is. It is. Now
but Brittany in here hyping y'all up in these comments, and if you click on Brittany's name and you scroll down her page, I can guarantee you gonna see posts that are very similar to mine that ain't got nothing to do with what I'm saying. It got everything to do with whatever Brittany's experiencing. I'm guaranteeing you, Brittany is just as sweet. Leave podcast. Go click on her name and see. I'm telling you right now, Brittany is super articulate. And she got folks that read posts. Now, I'm telling you, I don't know if anybody else still hanging out over here on Instagram commenting, but nope, they not. But I'm just telling you that Brittany gets people to engage with her on Instagram with these long posts. To me, that's a major skill. Because Instagram do not talk back. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk back unless you done posted a video, unless you whatever. Brittany gets people to engage to that same degree on Instagram. Now, you can't tell me that that's not a skill. Long posts on Instagram don't live on, now Facebook show me love, but I'm just telling you, being able to articulate yourself on Instagram, that's a, you know what I'm saying? She said facts. It's a thing, right? Now, I'm not going to sit here. I'll admit, yes, it's a skill, but I think it's a skill because I've practiced it.
I agree.
Not because, you know what I'm saying, I just reached up and was like, you know what? That's mine. You have to practice that by posting, sir.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna post something more than like 3 sentences or something, because it take me a little bit.
It does. He literally sat in his car for 20 minutes to post 3 sentences about the election.
I told her I was gonna
I was
call her
wondering
back.
why he called me back so late. So when he called back, like 20 minutes literally had went by. He was going to vote, and he said, "Well, I'm gonna call you back when I leave the voting place on the way home." I done left where I was at, and I'm also on the way home. And it's like 20 something minutes later, and he calls. And I said, "Man, it must have been a long line to vote." And he chuckles. And I was like, "Well, why is that funny?" He said, "Well, I was actually sitting in the truck making a Facebook post."
Yeah. And y'all probably hadn't even seen it because there's only like 1 like on it. So I was like, man, why is it that, all through school, your parents tell you to stay away from gangs and stuff, right? But, when you turn 18, you got to decide to be a part of one of 2 big gangs, Democrat or Republican. You know what I mean? And I'm like, man,
I commented on the post.
I appreciate that. Big time.
Because I knew how hard you worked to get it out there.
So, but she commented with some petty.
There was no other thing to comment.
Like I agree or something.
Okay.
Something she come in and was like that long for 3 sentences or something, or 3 sentences, LOL, inside. I'm like, all right. It took me a minute to catch that though. But I'm just saying, like, but that was, it may be, but that was, it took me a little second, but I typed some stuff, then deleted some stuff, then typed some stuff, and then deleted some stuff,
Yolanda the left, it came back with evidence. She said, "Oh, I'm gonna put this to the thing so he can still come."
What'd you say? I submitted to evidence. Did the bed post from October 7th. It's 13 paragraphs. And Brittany is a beast with it now.
I'm trying to tell you, we was trained up in the way that we should go. Do you hear me? We know how to write. That's all I'm saying. But we all know how to write because of that class. If all of y'all that's watching this was in that class with us, you too would be able to write.
Will be a prolific Facebook writer. That was before Facebook was even a thing.
Before it was even a thing, I was writing long Facebook.
Y'all had pen pals and everything. Y'all just was. I don't know, but I think it's a gift. I think it's a gift. I think it's a gift. It's a gift.
Well, thank you. I praise God for the gift. First, giving honor to God.
That was my real.
Who is the head of my life? I'm thankful for the gift that I have.
Listen, that was my real, authentic feeling that they make us choose a game.
Yes, that was. So you're saying that people didn't respond to your? No,
I even put the little picture on there with like the little donkey and the elephant.
All right,
you know what I'm saying?
I would withdraw my statements.
And blood, blue and red.
I withdraw my statements. You're right. I have a talent and a gift.
There you go. Just accept it. Just say thank you.
Skipped over you.
I'm so glad. Well, I'm not from the same cloth. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just trying to. But I'm trying to get to is that if you practice it, you too can do it.
You too can do it.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that anybody can have it if they want it.
I believe that. So, all right, very well. On to Throwback Thursday.
Yeah. What about it?
I don't know. You talk about it.
I didn't really. I just named it that because I didn't have any other name for the podcast.
So. The picture. Well, we got some stuff we can talk about.
Great. Go.
In the throwbackness.
Go.
Nothing. Mm-hmm. I mean, think about when we that first business that we started.
Yeah.
Right. So did you feel like that you would how long did you think it would take us to get to the point where we had like a solid business? Like a brick and mortar, or when we started, even with the dogs or with the network marketing, did you ever feel like we would transition to the brick and mortar? Or did you feel like it would just be entrepreneurship in general?
I don't know. I didn't really have if I could rewind back to that, I just thought, we was going to make money. I didn't necessarily have to have a building to do it.
So the motive was just, I know that I want more than that.
Yeah. But that could have been for, any time frame, just like what I talked about in this long essay of a post that got us here. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to sell those the caramel apple suckers and Capri Suns out of my backpack. I didn't necessarily think at that time that was going to turn into me honing in on a skill set of being an entrepreneur.
So it sounds like to me like it was more or less you have been able to see opportunity.
Well, have you?
Well, I'm asking because we had a break room. You know what I'm saying? We had a 15-minute little break. It was a closet that turned into, it used to be like old janitorial.
What are you talking about? Where?
At school that sold snacks.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
we had vending machine.
Oh yeah, well, we had some vending machine, but they ain't sell. I don't know what they sold.
No, ain't nobody vending machines. You know, they might have sold Skittles or something like that. I don't know, but I was selling what was hot on the street.
Yeah,
and it was them caramel apple suckers.
Contraband. You just in there selling?
No, I bought them from Walmart and I sold them
at school.
Yes. I wasn't selling drugs.
How were you letting people know you had them?
Easy. I got some suckers in my backpack. You want to buy one? That's it. Hey, I got some Capri Sun. Do you want some of them? I would freeze the Capri Sun so they could be cold for lunchtime, and they knew I had them. I sold different kind of candy too.
Okay. Hey. So you was the plug.
Yes, I have some suckers in my backpack. Yeah. They 25 cents a piece. Capri Suns was 50 cents.
Okay, I didn't know.
Okay,
Tracy went to school with you.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Man, Tracy we used to have sleepovers. Man, Lavelle used to dress us alike.
Really?
In the little outfits and stuff, get our hair combed and whatnot.
So yeah. If this was 20 years ago, no, not 20 years ago.
Longer?
Yeah.
30, longer.
30 years ago, then y'all might have been, having the same Easter dress.
It's very possible. Very possible that we did.
Y'all stocking days are past y'all, huh?
Yeah, man, what did you say? But yeah, man, that's just how you just start with whatever. I started with that. But I mean, as it relates to our first business, I don't even know. I think we called it 2121 because there's some scripture in the Bible, and I can't even tell you what book it came from. I'm gonna have to go through all 66 books to see which one resonates. I don't even know why.
I think it was Proverbs.
It was Proverbs 21:21. Well, I'm finna look it up to figure out why we called it. I just felt like our first business should be biblical. That was just I'm talking about religious as a bug, because I would never do it again. Like, what in the world? Then folk gonna automatically think, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't want to put. Yeah, it might have been 21:21 for that reason, but I'm like, I could win more fish over if I.
So what they sold. Annihilators. Oh, okay. That's some country slang. Okay. Nine laters. Now and laters. I can't stand a banana. 9 later.
I was at least said it was Sprite
and hot chips. Yeah, I ain't saying no people. No, we ain't saying nothing like that.
What scripture? How you think it was Proverbs? You show?
I don't know.
Let me look at the NIV because the passion is deep.
What is that?
Whoever pursues righteousness and love finds life, prosperity, and honor. That probably was it.
That may have been it.
I think that was it. Yeah. Either way, I think I just thought the 21 together was like a good idea. But we made some money in that business, so it worked out. But yeah, that was my first go at it. I just figured make it a scripture.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with it.
Seemed like it worked. Off your basis. From that perspective, or from that position, no, I don't know what I was thinking. Was I thinking, we about to have this big conglomerate or a massive enterprise? No, I wasn't thinking about all of that. Because I wasn't even necessarily at that point exposed to as much. I think I was just thinking I don't want to work for nobody else.
And that's what I'm thinking of, right? Like, so when you say that about the school, when you take it back there, I'm like, okay, well, maybe you just been able to kind of see opportunities, you know what I mean, from the Jump Street, right? Because your dad would sell pottery and things like that, paintings or whatnot. He created a market for himself. In this instance, it sounds like you created a market for yourself. When I was in school, I didn't sell anything like that. But what I would do only during Valentine's is I would sell raffle tickets for like $1 for a Valentine's Day basket, right? But I'd probably put about $25 worth of stuff in the basket. And hopefully, a lot of times I would probably make maybe $50 or something, and keep that, right? So it's like people would take a chance on the dollar, just like the lottery, you know what I mean? And I could take that money and then buy the stuff to go into the basket.
Yeah.
But that was the only thing that I can think of that I did out of the box.
Yeah, I've probably done a lot of out of the box. What you see?
I'm looking at Brittany Bell post.
21:21 Savage. Yeah. Oh no.
She said Krista had a book bag, snacks, and her sports bag. She just loaded down. Just got everything. They do a little search at the school. Find
people all want the candy. They don't have the candy. I sold the candy.
That's it.
But what I will say, I guess, about the 21:21 was, that was our first stab at at network marketing.
Yeah, it was.
And I mean, I ain't
changed the
gonna lie,
game for us, man.
it did. But
I think that changed the game.
I'll expose,
Yeah.
and say that Lamont was definitely not gung ho about it.
No.
Very reserved, and didn't come out the pocket until what I'm saying, he actually saw where we was deposited some money, and then all of a sudden
that ain't true.
he
That's
shows
a
up
factual
with
inaccuracy.
Oh, okay, prove it.
I got videos of us doing PBR
reluctantly.
Man, I remember, man, listen, I was all in. Now listen.
Okay.
Here's the deal.
Okay.
When you grow up and the thing that you know is you see people doing the noni juice type deal, or
ain't nothing wrong with noni juice.
Well, it's still a network marketing. You know what I'm saying? Or Primerica, or what was it called?
It didn't matter. Whatever it was, people had a bad network marketing had a bad connotation.
Exactly. And before I understood how the rest of the world really works, then I was like, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna work. You know what I mean? Like I did not look at it as something like, oh my God, yes, let's get into network marketing, type deal. I saw the opportunity, but yes, I was skeptical. But
I think you should say more about that instead of acting like you didn't, come in the gate being skeptical about it, because the whole goal and objective is to, like help people walk through those thought processes. But don't say, oh, well, yeah, I was at the meetings. You had to do something to, like go through the thought process to actually do the meetings. But there are some people that don't know where to start in business. There are some people that were there like, I want to do something, but I don't know what it is. But the truth of the matter is we didn't have like a full blown blueprint, but network marketing got us a good enough start of the thought process of a business that then catapulted us to other stuff. And people should know that, so that when they
100%.
do look at a thing, they consider it from an open mind, growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. So you should explain the like the actual feelings that you was feeling before you was actually standing up in front of people doing PBRs. I just don't want you to act like you zoomed there.
No, not at all. That wasn't I wasn't trying to act like I was on 55
give
all
the
the way
people
live.
Like, yeah, man, I crawled before I walked in there.
No, I mean, of course. I don't even remember. I do remember. We was on a Zoom or on some meeting. I don't know what it was, but the guy that we was talking to, I can't even call his name.
Like an introductory call or something.
They was trying to get us to sign up. Trying to get us to sign up. And they had some success. They had some success, and I was like, all right, man, whatever. But I was really reluctant. And it was like, hey, well, listen, it don't take all night to make a decision, this, that, and the third, or whatever. And I was like, okay, it's what, $99 or $249 or something like that. I don't know what it was, but I said, all right, cool, man. But I think I was thinking more or less, are people going to look at me the way that I was looking at individuals from the jump?
And that's but that same thought process is in any line of business.
Yeah, of course. Unless it's one of prestige. If you say that I'm a doctor, ain't nobody thinking like, oh, you graduated the bottom of your medical school class. No, I'm a doctor. You know what I'm saying? That's a noble profession. If you say, man, hey, I'm an entrepreneur.
It's such a twisted world.
Why is that?
Because that's real.
Yeah, that is. You know what I'm saying? People, I mean, that's just what it is. If so if I say, man, hey, I'm in network marketing or something like that, or like, hey, you keep your options to make money open, type deal, like people, typically they will say no before they even know what you're, what you're about to say. So you couldn't sell them $1 for 50 cents. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, well, I had to get past that, because one, I said, okay, well, dang, my vision got to be bigger than whatever I'm feeling right now. You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, let's get into it. But I learned through some very skilled
communicators.
Communicators.
That's
right.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like the thought process behind, entering into a different space. Let's just keep in the vein of network marketing, because, I think that anybody's first business should be network marketing. Yeah. The reason being is because the company invests so much money to train you on how to learn, how to communicate, how to, sell, and not just their products, but just like selling in
just
general.
Communication.
But more people are more skeptical about entering into network marketing. They much rather go to college and get a business degree being taught by professors that have never owned a business.
100%.
And that seems weird, right? But going into a network marketing business being taught by a person that technically owns their own piece of the pie of business, right? You see that as odd, of being taught how to, how to sell, how to articulate articulate, like I feel like the ways that I know how to articulate now came from, yes, Miss West teaching me how to write, but it also came from me watching people inside of network marketing knowing how to articulate their message to people that are closed-minded.
Absolutely.
So that's the reason why I type the way that I do, because I know that there are so many people that need to start a business. There are so many people that need to, get up off their butt and do X, Y, and Z, but they don't because they are closed-minded to the process. So then when I transparently share what I did or what I was thinking or what I was doing, it then, snaps somewhere for them to say, oh, that's how I thought.
Yeah.
That's how I'm thinking. That happened to me. Right. It resonates. But in the space of network marketing, I don't like the part of it where people make it sleazy,
right?
Where they come in and they immediately want to sell you something, when the goal and objective, especially in a world like that, is to desensitize the person.
Right.
If you have a good product, I honestly believe that you can learn a lot from network marketing, whether they got a good product or not.
100%.
I think that because it's a low entry point, somebody charging you, because you could get into these, these things sometimes for free or $50 a month, $100 a month or whatever. When we was doing 2121 Enterprises, I think the fee was like $99 a month,
right,
to be in there. And that was the best training I ever got for $99
it
a
really
month.
Was.
As a matter of fact,
and the training that you
I was trained better there than I was in my whole chemistry degree.
Any job.
And on my job, they taught me a whole lot. And I'm like, if people would just be open-minded to see, like, what can I learn from this system? Of course you're doing it to make
work it.
Extra income for sure. But you have to work it in order for it to work. But the mindset training that you get inside of some of those systems is what, really helps a person to, kind of trigger out of their space. It's usually not the network marketing program that you need.
Yeah,
you needed the mindset work that they were in there teaching you to then go and do whatever it is that you were supposed to do.
Or just that one thing that's going to make you start to dream and believe in you, right? I think because, that's when you started really making those those books that you would send off to, what's the name of the place? Shutterfly. And they would send back those little books, those dream books or whatnot, that, you put all these pictures together, but being able to, it helped us to foster that, to say, hey man, this is what it is. And that became bigger than any objection that we may have gotten or any viewpoint that I thought that somebody would, think of or anything like that. And it was at that point that, okay, well, yeah, we can do this. Now this translates over to any and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you build teams, you build community. You know how to foster some some likeness to get to a certain objective.
Yeah, and like Dawn said, she's a part of prepaid legal now. Like it's just, and I'm not saying go out there and jump into whatever network marketing deal that is out there, but I am saying that if it's not something like that, then you need to be in something that trains your thinking, right? Like that enhances your mindset, that gives you an exposure to something that's different from your norm. So what network marketing did for us was take us out of our environment and put us into another environment. Even though at the time, we may have been doing like, I think we wouldn't even Zoom calls then. It was like you dial into a number call, but you would dial, it was audio, but you were listening to people talking about things that you weren't necessarily hearing every day. It got you into this different mindset. And then it go from that to, hey, we having an event on such and such a day. All of y'all need to be there. And I'm thinking, why we got to be there? But then you get there and you're in this room, with a whole bunch of people that are thinking different, that are, that mindsets are expanded, right? You get this exposure to people that are living lifestyles that you've never seen before, right?
Yeah.
That's the part that, that triggers you. And for us, joining and doing that, I think catapulted us to say, oh, there is different, there is,
it's more
better.
To be had.
There's more, absolutely. Right? The exposure got us, into a completely different mindset.
Yeah.
After that, we was done with that company.
Yeah.
We ain't needed no more.
But that exposure is something that still, some of those mentors today is a gentleman by the name of John Jones and Steve Carter.
Yeah.
Those guys, Stan Richards, those guys, I mean, I would listen to them talk about sand on the beach.
Yeah.
Right now, just from the fact of, man, they are just skilled communicators.
Yeah.
They are skilled. I literally mimicked one of those guys pitches, like word for word, every laugh, every chuckle. It didn't it every pause.
No, I wouldn't do that, but
I
that
did, but
I
that's
know.
how I
Yeah,
had to.
that's his
That's how
deal.
I had to learn it, right?
Yeah,
That's how That's how I did it, But
yeah.
Crystal, on the other hand,
Yeah, it just taught me how to resonate with my
yeah,
own story.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Then I would go into presentations talking about how the opportunity was gonna, uh give me the ability to leave my job, to be able to have the
hmm
flexibility with my daughter. And at the time we didn't have Kirsten,
yeah, yeah,
because that was, probably end of 2012, 2013 or so,
yeah.
when we
We
were
just
doing
had
that.
Caitlin, yeah,
And so we had just had Caitlin. And for me, it was fresh that I wanted to create a different lifestyle for her. So in every one of my presentations, what I was doing when I was listening to those people was saying, well, how do I fit into that story?
yeah,
Oh, I just had a new baby. I was wanting to breastfeed. I didn't have nowhere to pump at. So I'm having to pump in my friend's office because they
yeah,
didn't provide a space for me to be able to pump. And,
right,
oh, by the way, I want to go on vacation. And they telling me that I need to check with Billy, Bob, Joe, and John to make sure that they could cover my non-tasks that I was not doing.
yeah,
So all of that stuff I'm now saying in the presentation, but I was learning that skill set from the other people that were in front of me giving the same presentation. So I exchanged their story for my story,
hmm
but I learned that skill set in being inside of, what I'm saying,
network
one of
marketing,
those
yeah,
deals. But I'm just saying that, when people want to start a business and they don't know where to go, they don't do anything instead of, seeking help or seeking, like a blueprint or a model or a guide from somebody that at
that's
least
done it,
is
yeah,
doing something. You know what I'm saying?
100%,
But because of the way that we've been conditioned and programmed, the thing to do is to go back to school and get another degree.
yeah,
And that's not always the answer. I'm not saying that, college is a bad thing. I have a degree, praise God.
hmm
But,
yeah, that's
that's
praise
a
him,
whole nother story. But the idea is that, if you are wanting to start a business, you should go to somebody that has successfully started a business, right? But obviously inside of like a network marketing deal it's not the same as, I guess popping up a brick and mortar or,
no, it's not,
doing a traditional type of at-home business or whatever, you're making your own product or service, but it's at least a pathway if you're afraid to do anything else.
hmm
But thank God, there are other ways out here to do it now. I'm just saying that people need to stop being so close-minded or thinking that the traditional route,
is the only way,
is the only
yeah,
way. I'm
no.
telling you right now, getting a business degree ain't always the best way to be successful in
No,
business.
it's not. Because like you said, those some of those professors have never ran a business ever before. But
Yeah.
you got to know that somebody that's in the network marketing, if they've reached that rank of whatever they call it in that organization,
Yeah.
then they have done something.
Yeah.
Communicated with somebody, built something to get
Yeah.
them to that position. But it was, again, it exposed us to just the ability to dream and know that there was way more,
Yeah.
way more,
Yeah.
and we still have, connections with individuals,
That's from
from
there.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. And one of our first early podcasts was to
Yeah,
Kurt and Tashina Anderson.
that's
And they
it.
were like, two of the top earners in the company at the
Yeah.
time. But, they inspired me because I would just, I saw the house that they were living in, you know what I'm saying? The, cars that they were driving, the
Yeah.
family, raising their family and all this kind of stuff or whatever, just different things. And, Tashina's message, it
Yeah.
resonated with me.
Yeah.
She was saying, hey, it's amazing because now, the time I'm doing the same thing, with Sean. She was like, I'm here to create, I don't know how many she said, but she was like, I want to create X amount of millionaires.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Now that was 10 years ago. I'm hearing her say that. And now 10 years later, I'm literally using the messaging of, $1 million expert.
Yeah.
I don't take that. Man, that must be an iPhone thing. You know what I'm
Maybe
saying?
so.
It gotta be. That's weird. Anyway, hey, that was a celebrating moment, I guess.
Oh, no,
But 10 years later, I'm doing the same messaging, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, that I saw. And I don't think that it's happenstance, right?
Yeah.
That you see that 10 years ago, and now I'm aspiring to be that lady. Cause I'm like,
Yeah.
man, she's doing it. Like she going to these presentations, she on fire, talking to all these, different people or whatever. And now 10 years later, I'm saying, yeah, by the way, we're going to create, $1 million experts. We on a journey to create a thousand millionaires.
Yeah.
Right. And I know that that's not happenstance, but it's because I put myself in a space that exposed me to be able to see that was possible.
Right.
Did we stay there? No, but it was a part, of the journey of to where, to get us to where it was that we need to go.
But to even get in the room, you had to overcome some negative thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you not?
Thought. Yeah, for sure.
Because it's uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying, to go to somebody. And here's what's weird, right? We will go and share that. Yeah, I think we sold Metaluca before too.
No, we bought Metaluca.
We bought it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I signed up for an account to do the thing.
I think you did, but it was just to get the
just
discount.
About it. Okay. Yeah. Well, either way, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Just doing that opened my mind up to be able to see so many different, you know what I'm saying? So many different possibilities, because I can only imagine that if we hadn't done network marketing, somebody bringing the concept of State Farm to us, because that wasn't even it. No. The next level after 2121 was Blue Diamond Kennels.
Was the dogs. Yeah.
So, that level of exposure to say, oh, we can make money doing things outside of our jobs.
That's it.
Because when you really think about it, you don't commonly see that people make money outside of their jobs.
Right.
It's just whatever my job does.
Get a promotion on the job.
Right. That's how you make more money. Yeah. But we was able to see, we can make more money outside of our job. So then, you asked about the dogs or whatever, the pit bulls. And I'm like, well, I don't want a pit bull, but if you want a pit bull, then fine. Yeah. But I think that the growth mindset that we had from doing network marketing transitioned into us being able to see how to make big money.
Right.
That didn't have nothing to do with our job. So then those puppies turned into $20,000 a day.
Yeah. And I really do believe that, so when we were in network marketing, you see people, they
holding up a check,
get these big checks or whatnot. And we aspired, right? We aspired to do that.
That's amazing.
You know what I'm saying? And we did it.
That's amazing.
But it's just in another form.
We did it in another form.
We've done it again and again. And the checks get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Right.
And greater and bigger and a couple of commas.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I was excited, man. I mean, because I'm saying, like, yeah, man, you see.
But to go from going to these conventions and you see people that are standing on the stage and they're parading these people in front of you, and they're like, this person got a $20,000 check, $30,000 check. This person got a 6-figure check, and you like, man, these people got this just today. And it just opens your mind up to be like, man, these people just got this check today.
For real. This is somebody get one of those years.
Checks today.
Yeah.
Right. And so then, you know what I'm saying? And again, it wasn't that, well, I actually did get one of those checks.
You did.
I did.
You did. On the stage.
On the stage. I did. Racks. But the thing for me was seeing it in them helped me to be able to see that I could do it too.
And you.
Right. Yeah. And I think that people just, they are so closed sometimes. They just like, well, I want to start, but I don't want to start.
Yeah.
Well, how then are you going to start?
Exactly.
If you don't start, it doesn't make sense. Like, even if it's uncomfortable, you still have to do it.
And that's the part.
It was uncomfortable for whatever reason, because that's what I was going to say. We'll go to Walmart and find out that Walmart got something that's 2 for $5. The very first thing you're going to do, even before you check out, you might put your items in your bag, in your basket, but you're going to stand right there on that aisle and you're going to send Yolanda a text message and say, girl, they got these things 2 for $5.
Yeah.
You just became a network marketer.
But you didn't get paid a dime.
But you didn't get paid not damn dime. Now, Amazon do have it now where you can sit out of the affiliate link, but even people be doing that on the slide. You don't send the link and say, make sure you use this link now, because if you don't use this one, I ain't going to get credit. Yeah. You're going to slide use the link, praying to God that they use it, but then keep refreshing your page like, these Negroes didn't use my link, because you didn't tell them.
Yeah.
You didn't say. If you refresh the page, make sure you go back and get my link.
Yeah.
And you can't be out here scary doing this.
That's sure what it was.
Like they said earlier, you got to do it with your chest.
Hey. Yep.
So I'm just saying, you go to Walmart, you do this, you tell a person and they got 2 for $5, right? Or somebody selling crab legs or crawfish. You like, hey, make sure you go to such and such now, because they crawfish $3.99 a pound. Such and such still $5.99 a pound. You out here network marketing for everybody else but yourself.
Yeah.
So then you get a product, you get a t-shirt, you get a whatever. And the next thing you know, you ain't told nobody. I hope Evelyn on here tonight. Evelyn had wrote a whole book. And I guess we was in class one night, and Evelyn had just got, you know what I'm saying? She out here, she pubbing her stuff now. But I guess she had got so convicted with whatever the conversation was, she said, I got to tell y'all something. She said, I wrote a book.
What?
It gets better. I published it. It gets better. It's on Amazon right now, and I ain't even told nobody. I hope she in the comments. She be on here sometime. And so it goes from that to the very next day, because she said it inside of the community. The very next day, then we all go and share it. The very next day, Evelyn becomes a Amazon bestseller.
Really?
Because she told somebody. I'm like, what are we doing here?
What are we doing?
What?
She done wrote a whole book.
It hadn't been out for some days. But I ain't tell nobody, y'all.
Wow. Now that's wild.
But it's because we've been so conditioned and trained that we have to do that for other people, but not for ourselves.
Or the rejection of it. It's okay if you reject something that somebody else doing, but if you reject what I'm doing, then it becomes personal. You know what I'm saying? And that's what. So people will call all over town. Oh, they got a gas over here 5 cents cheaper than it is up the street. You done drove 10 miles to get to the gas that's 5 cents cheaper, but you call and tell everybody about it because that's more rewarding. But when you say, hey, listen, I got this security system, I want you to, if you got a security system, if you got satellite TV, then hey, listen, can we partner? Can I show you what I got? But then it make you seem, and I don't know if it makes somebody seem like, like they begging or needy or what, but it's like, hey, or hey, people stop answering your phone call because of it. But but
you wouldn't stop answering my call. I could talk about this for days because I think that a lot of this stuff is lopsided, right? Like if somebody, and I'm not saying that everybody should, buy or purchase your product. I'm not saying that, but
of course
I am saying that if you have something that can benefit somebody. Now, if you out here selling, something random like monkey's pee, well, there's only a certain crowd of people that's probably going to want to buy some monkey's pee, and they're probably going to be weird people, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm selling Charmin toilet paper, and I know you got to wipe your butt daily, I hope you do, and I say I'm selling it at either the same or less than all of my competitors are, and you don't buy it from me, I got a problem. I have a problem because if same person had went to Walmart and Charmin toilet paper, was on sale, buy one get one pack, you'd call, right, and say, oh, such and such. So then I'm saying from both sides, we got to tell people what it is that we have to offer and what it is that we're doing. But from the other side, you should be wanting to, support your people too.
Yeah.
100%. But we have to come out of that headspace or that mindset, of crab mentality, right? Like, oh, well, I'm not buying toilet paper from Crystal.
Right.
Crystal already got money. Why I'm gonna buy toilet paper from her? I'm gonna keep buying it from Walmart. Oh, and support the wall changes. Great. They don't even hire full-time employees because they don't want to pay benefit. But that's another story. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's how people's, headspace is sometimes. Is, they don't want to support other people that are doing stuff. But even though those people may be there, it still shouldn't stop you. Because I don't assume that just because I've started selling a product that somebody's using, case in point, we have a whole automotive shop. And I can name folks that, I done shared a lot of spaces with that I ain't never seen their car come.
Yeah.
Right. I see people that I done legitimately helped out of spaces. I ain't never seen their car. Do you think I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing because people aren't coming?
Right. And that's where I think a lot of people get tripped up at.
No, I'm saying it from both perspectives. Yeah. Don't come with a handout, right? If you don't, if you're not going to, show support to the business, but at the same time, don't you come thinking that everybody that you know or share the same blood type with is supposed to support you.
Right.
You have to have a, like you're saying, a growth mindset
in
the space to say, I'm going to grow and develop through this.
A drive that's bigger than any of them.
Than that very moment.
Than that very moment. That's a better way to say
it. It goes way beyond that. There's so many more people. And it just to circle back to network marketing, that's what it teach you. It teach you how to get through them no's and them slam doors in your face. Because you need to find out first and foremost that the folks that you love the most, the folks that you see the most, is going to be the very ones that are not going to be in your space.
Sure, right.
So get over it. You know what I'm saying? But you have to learn how to get through that space so that you can get to the place where you belong.
100%.
And it starts with you, getting out of the comfort zone. So what? Whatever business it is. Like, I mean, like I said, I done sold suckers. I ain't had no problem with telling people I had them Capri Suns and them suckers in my bag. I done sold t-shirts. We done sold dogs.
We have.
You know what I'm saying? We done sold dog food.
We have had a whole truckload of it.
Right. I done sold cakes.
You have.
I'm telling you, man.
What that kitchen
I done sold classes. I had a whole online community before it was even popular.
You did.
I don't care. I'm like, what's the path? And I'm gonna keep going until I figure out what that thing is. I'm not afraid to keep turning over rocks until I see, what the thing is, or until I hone in better to be able to hear, okay, God, I think you're telling me to go this way now. I think I went that way. My bad. That wasn't it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still going to say, okay, right. Did I hear this? Did I hear that? Yeah. Okay, let me, but if you don't do anything, you can't train the muscle to discern any of that. Yeah. You got to at least start going in the direction so you can know, okay, did I hear that? Or did I? Yeah. Oh, wait, no, not that one. Wait, okay, I'm gonna do this one. I think this one right. Well, no, that wasn't it.
Yeah.
And some of them, they are the thing for that time frame.
Right. That time frame.
For that time frame. I don't think that the dog show was not the thing.
No,
that was the dog show was the thing. If for nothing else, just to be able to talk about it from this very moment.
Yeah, well,
right.
It did give us some cash.
It did, but what it was even weird about it is we made big money in a day and only did it one more time.
Yeah.
But I think seasonal transitions, right? We went from that to opening the State Farm agency. Right. We didn't have the time then, to invest to
and
we
was
that.
The last one you were pregnant with Kirsten.
It was Kirsten.
Yeah.
It was
or was it Caitlin? You was pregnant. I just remember you had
the first one we did. I was pregnant with Caitlin.
Okay.
Yes, the very first one, because we didn't have no dogs by the time Kirsten came around.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we had to get rid of them for State Farm, but we did two. One before Caitlin was born, and one after
she was born.
Caitlin was born.
Okay,
yep, right. We did. But either way, I think that part of the journey was useful for us. 100%. Like we learned so much about business, relationships, and like vendors.
What we learned? What I learned for sure was people don't care who you are.
No.
If you have something that they need, because I was stuck on, people don't know our name. Don't know about no Blue Diamond Kennels. Don't know about no Louisiana Bully Kennel Club.
They knew it after that show.
They knew it after that show, but they knew that we had something that they wanted to participate in. They just wanted to participate in the show, in a dog show, and we wanted to do it on the next level. So every gap that we saw in these other shows, we wanted to fill them. Yeah. You know what I mean? And create an experience for our participants that they wouldn't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
But you're right. It taught us how to deal with vendors, the renting the space, setting up the booths and all that type of stuff. It really taught us how to put a little money out there in the beginning and expect these big returns on the backside of it.
Yeah, I mean, we invested $2,000.
Yeah, 2,000 made 20.
I mean, that was a great lesson.
Phenomenal.
a great lesson. And I just think that, a lot of people are just afraid to move, or they're not able to see that. And that's, that was the conversation that we had yesterday when I'm having like this big aha moment, is that I really don't, I was telling you that I think that people have a difficulty or like actually seeing their blind spots. Like, what are you at?
Nothing.
Like the whole picture of it. But I was always thinking that I needed to figure out how to bottle up, like what it was that I could do as an entrepreneur.
All of
it. Put it all up in the bottle.
That's a massive bottle.
Put a top on
That's a massive bottle.
And put it on the shelf and like next to the canned goods, and you can just walk up to it and get a bottle of it.
Man,
take it and buy it. Like that's what I was thinking. But I really learned, like along the journey, that That's not what the thing was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people need you to be able to, look at their situation and be able to see the blind spots for them.
Yeah.
And then point out, those pieces to help them to kind of steer along the way.
100%.
And that's the thing, right? That I'm now seeing, oh, that's the thing that I have to do. I got to help you to see that you was just blind in this area, but you got everything that you need.
Yeah.
Everybody always has, like, in all of those businesses, you know what I'm saying? We had everything that we needed.
Mm-hmm.
But somewhere along the line, inside of those businesses, we always had pockets of people that would come along and help us to see blind spots.
You're right about that.
And that's the, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the real sweet spot.
Yeah.
It's about, being able to help a person to, hey, if you just turn your head this way and, hold over like that and squint your eye, look, that's your thing.
That's it.
That's your thing.
You got it. Let's put
you
this,
have
put
it already. Yeah. Like you already got what it is.
Looking at it different.
Yeah, because we were looking at the dog show situation like, man, we need to get all the big names, right? You know what I'm saying?
We need to get the heavy hitters.
I'm talking about you was hitting me with all of these things, and I just kind of turned my head to the side and I said, no, actually, all we need to do is pay this $100 fee and find a venue.
Yeah, that's it. She can Google it.
But you had gave us a timeline of about 2 years to build this thing up so that we could have this dog show that we had in 2 months or 3 months or whatever.
It wasn't much time.
It was only a couple of months, but it was because I'm like, no, we just need the application.
That's it. And we can, we'll create some flyers and get it out. You know what I mean? And
you just got to be able to identify what the blind spots are, so 100%. You could get, unstuck, or at least, get started, or, go from here to here. Like that's the thing. I was just glad, when you mentioned, about the lady yesterday, I was just glad that happened, because for me, I was able to see, oh, you're just stuck in, you know what I'm saying, in this space. You just need to identify your blind spot.
That's it.
That's all.
And that's what I think most of it is. It is just most people don't even want to enter the room to be seen, to get identified, to see that blind spot. You know what I mean? They just stuck in fear, or stuck in I'm good where I'm at. When it's so much more to be had. It's just so much more to be had, to the point where it's just, we just have to move. We have to move.
Yeah,
we got to move in it.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful for the journey. I'm grateful for network marketing.
Me too.
Because again, that helped us see Bentleys and, those watches. And, I'm like, man, these houses and stuff, man. I mean, just going to these events, I'm like, man, this is a big deal. Like, this is no shortage of money.
Yeah.
There's no shortage of money. And money is transacted all around the board every time we buy something. But it did help us with getting out of our own way, or getting me out of my own way. I don't know. I guess you brought it to me. Did you bring it to me?
What?
The network marketing.
Of course I did. Yeah. You would be absolutely not doing that.
So you brought it to me. Okay. All right.
Now, come on now. We just talked about fixed mindset and growth mindset.
I got you. I'm just making sure. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know how you got introduced to it. Do you remember?
Yeah. We went to I think Pastor Jenkins' house.
Oh, and that, okay.
And,
so
yeah, Jason was there.
That makes sense now.
And I think I looked like a person with a growth mindset.
Yeah.
And they talked to me. And then I talked to you.
Yeah.
That's exactly how that worked.
You had them talk to me, you know what I'm saying?
And then I had them talk to you. Yeah. Maybe one day we should do a podcast specifically about that, because there's great difficulty sometimes when, one spouse has a fixed mindset and the other spouse has a growth mindset. Because sometimes that's why some people are stuck as well. Because they're growing, they're wanting to do things, but the spouse is like, I don't know about that, or well, maybe not now, So I think it will probably be helpful one day. It can't be today because we're nearing our time, but one day, maybe we title the podcast "Growth Mindset, Fixed Mindset." But to be able to help, especially couples, whether, one person is doing the business, both people are doing the business, I just think that that's a thing, because a lot of times it causes strife in the relationship when, one person is wanting to go, gung-ho in one direction, or maybe they want to invest in something, you know what I'm saying? And the other person doesn't necessarily want to do that. Cause like, that's what it came up to me, is like, how did we get into it? Well, I know that I was open to it. You know what I'm saying? But I know that you were like, yeah, you like, I specifically remember you on the call with the dude talking, and you like this. I mean, straight face, lip tooted up, unfolded. You look,
Really?
yeah, with your head back, just like that. Like it was really one of them. I wish this dude shut up talking to me, because I don't believe nothing he's saying.
It's possible.
Oh, I know it. I know
It's
it.
possible.
And I'm sitting there like, you mean to tell me I could do this? And then I don't have to work on my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that was the picture, right? Like, let's create our own freedom here, right? Let's sell these products and services here, and we can create our own freedom. And you like, yeah, the only freedom we're gonna do is clock in and clock out.
Well, I don't think I was thinking that.
It was close. It was real.
I just didn't know if that was it. You know what I'm saying?
Anything that required that level of, hey, I gotta now put myself out there, that was not your jam.
Yeah.
That was not your jam. I don't think. What did Karen say?
Stephen was grow. Yeah, he seen grow.
Yeah.
I mean, I think so. My grandmother and my mom, they sold home interior. You know what I'm saying? I was bagging candles and sconces and them pictures. You know what I mean? Like that was a different thing.
I don't think home interior counts.
Well, but that's kind of what I factor, right? Because I'm like, okay, that's a tangible something. You hand to them. People like the candles, them apple ones, the ones that smell like apple, and then they got a purple one or something. I don't know what it's called, but that mulberry, that was it. That was my favorite, mulberry.
Right, but to me, that's like cultural. Like, even though I know it's network marketing, all in the same, the same way as how Mary Kay is. Like when you say Mary Kay, when you say Avon, when you say home interior. You don't get a nasty taste in your mouth.
You don't.
You do not.
And that's what I was.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's because they did a great job of branding it that way. So then those businesses were like, even to this day, when you see a pink Cadillac, even if it ain't a Mary Kay, the first thing that's going to come to your mind is that.
Mary Kay. Yeah.
But you now look at your perspective. Like, to me, those are two totally different categories.
Okay.
Because now you look at a completely different network marketing company that you've never heard of before. The average individual is going to be full on skeptical about the product.
Yeah.
Period. 100% skeptical. It takes, you know what I'm saying? It takes the right person to have the conversation with you to even open your mind to hear more of what they got to say.
Because you got to frame it right.
Because the majority of the presentation, the person that you're talking to is not listening to you.
Yeah.
They're looking into you. They're not listening to you.
They're looking into you.
Yeah, they're trying to see who you are. Can I believe this person?
And that could be a part of it too. You know what I'm saying? Because I think about it with individuals. Me being in the insurance and financial services space, I think about it. People that have Primerica, they, it's like you can join for $99, and then a month or so later, like, hey, I'm not in it anymore, or whatever. That brings a negative connotation to that particular firm, because it's like, hey, this is the people that you kind of rock with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's
that's definitely mindset.
Yeah,
because that's the same as if somebody calls the office and the same person has been answering the phone every time they call, then they call that person they answer and they go like, where is such and such? Oh, they not with us no more. But there's no still taste to say now, you know what I'm saying, State Farm is a stank brand because they have a different person answering the phone. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that society per se has done a thing of giving people that do their own thing, like, okay, that's a bad kind of, like everybody has like this bad taste in their mouth about that. I'm just saying, I think that there's a thing there.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so. I think it was just more, of the tangible, the tangible deal, but it wasn't necessarily residuals either. You know what I'm saying? You still had to brand yourself. Because I remember handing out them, grandma had a little stamp. She stamped it on the back of that book and put it in there, hey, Gertrude, I got this book for you, or whatever. And they talk about it and had the whole little parties at the house. You know what I'm saying? You setting up the easels with the, so I was cool with that. I understood that, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
It just didn't translate over into, I could do that too.
Not in that space. I wasn't thinking of it like that. Because of course, you know what I'm saying, the people that I saw that were most successful had a job. You know what I'm saying?
In our minds, that was most successful.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as
it wasn't in my mind. It was the people that I saw. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the people
physically
that I saw.
Yeah,
that I was around. They had a job. They were supervisors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or something like that, right? That was it. So yeah, go to college, check, graduate, check. Like, okay, cool. Now let's get a job.
Let's get a job.
You know what I'm saying? Get a job in an industry that's respectable. You know what I'm saying?
Not in your own business industry.
Right, because it wasn't thought of like that.
I get
It
it.
wasn't thought of, but I would do something that would promote, you know what I'm saying, like promote a business, but not necessarily like independent product. It was like a car wash or something like that. It was still labor. You know what I'm saying? It was still labor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know we need people to do, those types of things. I'm not saying that we don't, and I'm not saying that, having a job is a bad thing.
No, it just don't have to be the end all be all. That was the part
It could
where
be. I just,
it
firmly
doesn't have
believe
to
that
be though.
people have to. I think that it's important that you have something in addition to that, because anything could happen with the jobs. Because I mean, the company is loyal to the company. That's how we have to do business. We can't be more loyal to team members, employees, or customers or whatever. Like, the company is going to be loyal to the company, because
100%.
obviously it'll it won't survive otherwise.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm saying, like, people they have to be able to protect themselves in a way to say, even you don't have to have a brick and mortar business, you don't have to do network marketing, you can invest in other things, like whatever the case may be. You may have to be an investor versus just investing in your 401k and not knowing what it's doing. Can you invest in other things that can help your money, let your money make money, like, that's the idea. We think about business from a bigger perspective all the time. We think that if I don't have a brick and mortar, or maybe a network market, or if I'm not producing some type of product or service, that that's it, like that's the fixed mindset part of it.
I think because people look at it as if, you know what I'm saying, like, it ain't a real business if you don't, theoretically. But now the culture has changed, because
network
you can be on
real business.
Exactly, it's a real business, and it's real money, it's real check.
It's real.
But now you can go on social media and promote your business or whatever, like that. But when I was in
people
2003,
still feel some type of way about that.
But it's more common. You know what I'm saying? It's more common. That's it. In 2003, people wasn't necessarily promoting businesses like that, or 2008. Like, you were on social media, but it wasn't like, it wasn't as fluid as it is now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Or not socially accepted. You still kind of had to have a brick and mortar. That's why we met in office spaces.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To have the presentation that, hey, we rap tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we got it. Hey, we're serious.
But
I
really believe that, I think that that's part of I think that's a little problematic, because, like, not being able to, like, see a bigger picture than that makes a person believe that they need something that they don't need to, be in business.
I agree with that 100%.
So then, like, most people are, like, caged in their thought processes, and they're thinking, well, I need this, or I need to go get this, or, well, this is what I got to do before I start. Like, all of that stuff basically just stops you from starting.
100%.
It's not really, like the
it's not real.
No,
it's not real.
It's not at all. It's all in your head.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, for me,
it's an image. It's an illusion, like, because you want to be or look a certain way.
Yeah, and if we had done that, I can only imagine we probably never would have had a dog show.
Probably wouldn't, because
because we had to look a certain way, in order to get there. And I always tell a story, because I want people to see how simple it was, for us to get access to that type of money. Like, no, we wasn't on the stage holding that, big check like they were,
no, that was cash in hand.
But like, we literally felt like we needed a security guard to walk us to the car, because we literally had $20,000 worth of cash.
I ain't never had cash
in our hand. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, we did that from literally just taking the first step that we knew to do, that created the second step, and the third step that eventually led us to the actual physical event that day. And I'm just like, if we had a thought too long about what other people were going to think if we just hosted a dog show out of nowhere, right? Now, we did get people ask questions like, well, how long y'all been doing this? You know what I'm saying? Well, how many championship dogs y'all had?
Yeah. None, but you can come make yours one.
0. None. Huh? We got some scraggly looking puppies over here. You want one? Like that's all we
Yeah,
had.
yeah,
But it doesn't, it didn't stop us from doing what it is that that we wanted to do. I just think more people need to, tap into the fact that you don't have to have it all together. Just like I talked about, I don't know, it wasn't in the long post yesterday,
okay,
but I did make another post, and I was like, I just released a book, and I find errors in it like a week and a half after it's been released. But it didn't stop the book from being an Amazon #1 bestseller.
No, it didn't.
The only thing that would have stopped me, yeah, you can let it go. The only thing that would have stopped me from doing that is not releasing the book. Not, oh my God, I got, some errors, let me fix it. And I'm not saying that, I'm saying I'm proud that there were errors there, but I'm saying I'm proud of the impact that the book is making. I'm proud of the fact that people are about to start juicing journeys because of it. I'm proud of the fact that people are trying healthy recipes, that because they were in the book, right? I'm proud of the fact that me releasing the book caused other people to want to release their book, right? Like, I don't care nothing about them 2 errors I found in there.
Yeah.
Now they got fixed, and in the next iteration, you know what I'm saying?
It'll be legit,
right? But if you got one of the ones with the errors in it, hey, let me sign it because it might be worth a little something. You know what I'm saying? You got one of the ones that had a mistake. One of the originals. But the new ones, they, if you order next week, you gonna get the one without the 2 typos in there. All right, but I don't care nothing about that. I care about I'm releasing that book. It then released me to release my next book. But I never get to book number 2. I never get to, I'm on the phone with Robbie the other day, and we done set up a whole book signing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the hometown. I don't get no book signing if I wait to fix all the errors in the book.
You don't.
It don't make sense. It don't.
It don't gotta be perfect.
It don't. It just got to get done. It just got to be done.
I agree.
All
100%.
Right. Well, he just said that when he says the same word multiple times, he done.
That is not true.
Okay. The end is here. True. He said, I agree.
Because I agree. You make me think. You know what I mean? You make me think. I'm just like, man, you're right. You know what I mean? Like you take that step, and this is it. It ain't gotta be perfect, but you're right. A lot of times it's, perfection over progress. And it really should be progress over perfection.
Yeah, that part. Tracy, I don't. The date it's supposed to be at the end of April, but it's gonna be in Natchez, as far as I know. Me and Robert do need to confirm and make sure that the dates are aligning as we assume that they would. But it should be the last weekend in April, I think, as of now. But I'll confirm that with the flyer or something of that degree when we finalize it. But I'm excited about it. It's a lot of new a lot of new things that are happening, and I'm gonna keep being obedient.
This isn't your first tour, you know what I'm saying?
We did a tour with 2121.
Exactly.
We did.
Your first tour.
We did a tour. Now I'm not saying I'm doing a book signing tour.
No, but it probably will line up that way.
Well, we'll see. But I'm doing we did 2121 Enterprises. Yeah, we did a tour. We did Natchez, we did Macomb, we New Orleans, we did Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
I don't know if we did something in Gulfport or no.
Did we do something in Hazlehurst?
I don't know. I thought that was Macomb. We did Hazlehurst?
I think so, but I
don't know if we hit Hazlehurst or not. I can't remember. But yeah, we did a couple places. I remember that. Yeah, it was cool.
It was.
Yeah, I forgot we did that.
It was. Yes.
All right, y'all. Y'all be good. I don't have any church announcements. Oh, I do have a church announcement. Get your book. Beats by Crystal. Make sure you go on Amazon and order that. We're doing quite well with the book sales. So thank you guys for your support. I'm much appreciative of that. I see y'all getting y'all juicers, y'all going to the store getting beats. This is exciting to see. I really just hope that the journey inspires somebody to do something. Because Regis saw me at church Sunday, and he said, Regis said, man, it don't matter. He said, you can find out how to make money with anything. And I said, I received that, sir. Thank you. Absolutely, I can. That's exactly what I said, because I believe that it's true. Because, money really is the easiest thing to make. And I think that I have been saying that for so long, but now, whatever has happened, like something, triggered or flipped or however you want to call it. And I was like, oh yeah, it legit is the easiest thing to make. Like, I mean, and it's not that, you know what I'm saying, I'm a retire myself off of, Beats by Crystal.
No.
Like, that's not what I'm saying. But I am saying that, what I think most people are missing is that a lot of times what you need to do is right in front of your face.
Yeah.
Like, Beats by Crystal was right in front of my face. Like, I literally just started documenting a journey, and I paid attention to the fact that people were joining me on the journey. And we was just listening to a training, right, where they're telling you, how to monetize your podcast. And so I'm listening, and the first thing that they said do was, to build an audience.
That's
well,
it, yeah.
With Beats by Crystal, some kind of way I built an audience of people that just wanted to see how far this was going to go.
That's it.
Because I was consistent about talking about it.
It's like running with Forrest Gump. Hey,
and then the next thing you know, people are saying, inboxing me saying, hey, I drank beet juice today. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And then there's more people drinking beet juice and saying, can I join the community? What I'm saying? Like, absolutely. There's a community of beet juice drinkers. I just created it. Come along, and then it's, oh, wait, but I'm tired of paying for these juices. And I think I can make these myself to taste better. Right. And then there's, I can make my own recipes. And then there's a book. I mean, it's a journey, people, and you can copy paste. It don't take a whole lot. It's just, like my coaches say all the time, what's in your hands? What can you do? Like, what's right in front of your face to get yourself started on your own journey? It's not always rocket science, right? Like, sometimes it really is that simple. Like, what are you already doing? And I can show you, right? Like, I'm not here to give you, like fluff. Like, I've already shown you with Beats by Crystal, but I want you to pay attention. I'll take you on the journey with me. I'll transparently share, right, the journey from beginning stages so that you see. And then we can go to bed because I think my mom and them made it here. But here's the next journey, right? If you've noticed, every day I try my best, at least Monday through Friday, to do Beats in the Bible posts, right? You see me posting, scripture pretty much every single day. And I'm giving you my commentary about that particular scripture, right? I'm very consistent, about the hashtags, right? Beats in the Bible, read your Bible. By faith is what's happening right now, because God has me on a journey to study faith. But the very next book that's coming, it has something to do with that, right? But I'm journeying you along with me, and people are saying, man, that scripture resonated, right? Man, this thing. And why would I transparently share that with you? Because I already know somebody's going to need something in the book. I'm not afraid to tell you what it is that I'm sharing. That would be weird, right? For me to actually have something that you need and then not share with you that I'm going to give it to you. But as I'm walking through the journey, I'm saying, okay, well, what am I getting out of it first? And then whatever I get out of it, then I get to share it with you. So every day I'm reading these scriptures, I'm reading these scriptures on faith, right? Reading these scriptures. And I'm saying, okay, well, what is it, that I need to digest from this scripture? What is it doing for me? But I'm transparently sharing with you real time, like what it's doing for me. But at the same time, I'm also behind the scenes writing the book. About what it's doing for me, right? And so then the people that need that, because they're like, man, I'm looking forward to Beats in the Bible. Now, I don't know if those people not reading their Bible or not, and they just clicking the hashtag and going to get the scripture for the day.
You might be the one that get them the daily scripture,
right? But I'm sharing the word, right, as I go. Because I want people, I want people to see transparently that this is what, what the journey looks like. And I'm okay with sharing it with you to say, you could do the same. Like, what are you already consistently doing? Right? What information is it that you already have? But I'm journeying you along as it relates to Beats in the Bible, right? Or read your Bible, or by faith. Like, this is intentional. And so you have to be intentional about the journey and the space that you want to walk into. But when you are, people pay attention. You can, you could build. That's why when I was listening to the thing, I'm like, okay, well, it ain't no special saucy formula. It's common sense. No. But most people don't do what is common, right?
Right.
100%. The same way as how everybody thought that network marketing was yucky, but you're not even paying attention that's the thing that's common.
It's happening all around.
It's happening all around you, already doing it. But you're thinking that I can't do it that way because it's now all of a sudden it seems foreign. It's not. People doing it all day, every day. Are you not sharing what you're doing already? Why not turn that into whatever it is that you could do for your own personal business?
That's it.
For me, it's just that simple.
It is.
I literally, and that's what I told you yesterday, is that most people see problems. I don't see problems. I see solutions.
100%.
And that's where the real juice is at, is being able to look at a situation and see a solution.
Yeah.
I'm a solution to somebody's problem. Every day I wake up, I'm saying to myself, I'm saying to God, who is it that you want me to help today? Who is it that you want me to serve today?
Intentionally.
I'm showing up as the solution. I'm showing up saying something good is going to happen to me today. Something good is going to happen through me today. I'm intentional about, what's going to happen. So it ain't no happenstance that I'm reaching somebody in the day, that, something good is happening to me in the day. Something good happened through me in the day, right? Like all of those things are happening because I'm intentional about it. So I'm just saying people can do whatever it is that they want to do, right? People can start whatever business it is that they want to start, but it does have to be intentional.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. 100%.
That's two. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good.
Yeah. Hey, solutions. There you go, Michelle. Hey, listen. So, hey, I don't know what you guys have. Hopefully, y'all have some plans for this weekend. Our Good Friday is going to start off with something pretty special. So stay tuned, because you may get a live video.
Yeah, them people not going to let us go live doing that.
It ain't them people.
Okay.
It ain't them people.
Well, I don't know. Well, here's the deal. We're having a family plunge tomorrow, cold plunge. We did invite some special friends over.
We about to practice the resurrection.
But I will say that I texted those said special friends well over 3 hours ago, and I have yet to get a response.
Oh, don't worry about it.
I just confirmed. I just sent a text message to confirm that they were still coming in the morning, and I have not heard from them. I haven't seen them in the comments, so they're probably ghosting us.
No, I'm gonna make that phone call. This evening, 100%.
But we're supposed to have some special friends that are gonna plunge with us in the morning for Good Friday. Oh, Jaleesa said, "Oh my God, Jaleesa don't want to be live." But yeah, we're gonna have a cold plunge in the morning. So y'all pray people's strength. We actually about to leave. I'm finna leave and go get a couple of extra bags of ice for in the morning, because I'm super excited about it. We're gonna start off. If Jesus died and rose again on the third day for us, we can cold plunge.
They finna get out the same day. They finna die and rise back right away.
If the Lord, if Jesus did what he did for us, I think we can cold plunge for 3 minutes. 3 days, 3 minutes. I'm just saying, 3 days, 3 minutes. That's what we gonna give it in the morning.
It could be 3 days, 3 minutes and 33 seconds.
Okay. Just at least, what I'm saying, at least 3 minutes is what we're gonna give it. So we're gonna have to call our special friends and see if they still coming tomorrow, regardless of whether they coming or not. I done had this plunge on. It's gonna be 2 days straight by the time we get in there in the morning. So I hope the temperature is at least down to the low 40s, maybe low 30s. And if we get that good old Easter snap, because Good Friday morning usually bring a nice little snap with it.
That snap done cracked and popped.
I think it's gonna snap in the morning. So y'all send their strength in the Lord for our special friends. We gonna I don't know. I don't think they're gonna let us go live, honestly.
I ain't saying we gotta go live with them.
Oh, okay. You know well, we'll see. But
we can go live and it be on us, but I think the sound effects gonna be in full effect.
Yeah. So we plan on having a good time in the morning. So if we go live, we'll try to invite. I don't know if I can go live from my we'll share it from our personal page to our Love and Business fam. But we appreciate y'all staying with us. Make sure you get your Beats by Crystal book. Do that. And next week maybe we'll come back and talk about fixed mindset, growth mindset for couples. I think that would be important.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Well, I guess we will see y'all maybe in the morning, but for sure we will see y'all next Thursday.
Happy Resurrection Sunday.
Yeah.
Y'all be safe. Be good.